that I would like to put to every of us, because I have listened to Tasha, I have listened to Titus. So, what I want to know is this: can fathers still be a mentor to grown up children then, despite all
Repeat the
the
question,
things?
please.
I said, can fathers still mentor adult children?
Yeah,
Really,
definitely. I'll throw light on that.
you have thrown light on it before. I would like you to buttress on it a little bit, because why am I saying this? I genuinely believe that some people do not call their parents because there is no monetary benefit attached to it. I have seen a situation whereby someone openly and explicitly said that he doesn't have any need to call his father. What is he going to gain from doing so? With this, I mean from economic terms.
It
So
definitely.
if your dad is not a millionaire, if your dad does not have a lot of financial resources, can that person mentor you, or if yes, in which way?
Okay. Uh, Pertaining whoever that said that when he calls his father, he's not having any benefits from the call. So what would be the reason of him calling the father? Well, I think there is an adage that says, "Do to others what you want them to do to you." We have
Yeah,
some
the golden
things,
rule.
yeah. When things happen, our parents will say, "As you do to me, so will your children do to you." You understand? So
Mhm.
that's what we hear from them more of the time. So it is a good thing, but one thing is a lot of persons have been able to put themselves in jeopardy, because
Mhm.
when a parent that sends you to school, and after which, from where we are coming from, we know, sorry, Tasha, it might not be the same with your culture. So from where we are coming from, we have parents who schooled you, who push you through not through your schooling to the tertiary education. And when you come out and there is no job for you, they go to a certain form of a bank, but normal individuals that can lend you money, they go to them, they will give them the documents to a land or a building, even the building they are living in, for this child to travel abroad in
As a
search of greener
collateral.
pasture. But you, whom your father have done this for, will come to the same Western world, live a life you are not supposed to be living. When you start any salary, you spend extravagantly, and at the end of the day, you say, "Oh, the last time I spoke with my father, he was talking about money." And I will, because of that, I have cut ties with him. I don't have any discussion, because if you check, if he's saying there is no financial benefit, equally where we are coming from, we know our parents have struggled so hard to give us all they could. There was nothing left, and at the end of the day, when you become something, you are supposed to replicate and say, "Okay, let me." Now, at this old age that my father cannot even go to the farm or do anything, let me help from here. But some persons will not do that. Rather, they will focus on doing things exorbitantly with money, and they will just ignore the family. It's not that they don't have monetary or financial benefit from whenever they talk to their parents. It's just that they are being nonchalant of their duties. They have grown up to a certain stage. A man at his 80s, you don't expect him to go and break his waist in the farm or work in the factory to feed himself. If all he has earned, even if he was a civil servant and he was paid gratuity. If all he has earned, he has spent it on this child. And now this child is turning his back against him, focusing on other things is a big slap on the family because definitely the child will come back one day. The same house you were born and raised, that your father has used as a collateral to take money from someone, will not be there again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you come and tell me to me that you are successful. You are not successful. You are a faith child to that family. Why others who their father did not even sell house, they come back, take their parents out of the mud house they had before, and rebuild a new house for them and make their parents live comfortably. So a lot of persons don't call their parents because you might feel the man he don't know about Western world. What advice does he have to give to me? Even the advice he will give to you, as someone who is living in the village, will still help you here.
That's so
Governments
true.
have the same rules everywhere, just
That's
little
true.
different.
Mm-hmm. I
So
quite
if they
agree.
guide you on the rules that governs this community, don't be a theft, don't be termed as, let me say, a rapist. It's still going to help you while you're in the Western world. So
So
if
true.
I think when you listen, it reminds you more. Someone is teaching you, it's different from when you read from the book. When you listen, it reminds you more of that your father has said. They do
Mm-hmm.
this thing repeatedly. Parents guide repeatedly. So when they are guiding you, there is no limit to their guidance if they are really ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? There is no limit to their guidance. They guide consecutively. When they call, anytime you speak with them on phone, that guidance come immediately. Where are your kids? I hope you are bringing them up well in God's fearing way. I hope where you are not mis, you are not having misconduct of anything, and I hope you are doing good as well. Take care of your wife. Don't be having issues with her. You feel that 2 minutes guidance is nothing, but it's something. Maybe when you want to go out of track and you reflect on what your dad told you last week or a month
Mm.
ago, you say, "Oh, this man with his advice again." And you bend a little bit from what you were supposed to do. It has saved a lot of persons within the Western world, even in Nigeria.
Mm.
Because
That's
there
true.
are ways, even when we watch movies back home, our Nigeria movies and Africa movies, you see when someone is being approached, ah, we have a operation to carry out next week. We want you to be part of us. But at a certain point, this person will come and remember, this is the family I'm coming from. This is how my father have been guiding me and making me to understand it's not good to be a criminal. Maybe at the end of the day, he will find a way of telling them off and say, "No, I will not be chance. I have appointment." But when those persons go for that robbery, they will all be caught or be killed. So, because of parental guidance, he will be saved. You understand? Even here, while you live here, if you still have a father that mentors you or guide you, it's
Mm.
wise for your father to still call you at this point. What are you doing in Europe? Which particular work are you doing? You tell your father. Your father might make a suggestion to you. Are you sure if you have up to this money, if you come back to Nigeria or to any African country and invest in cocoa business or cassava or any business, are you sure it will not be better because of the future? So, when you sit in that kind of situation, when you are being asked a question, your father guides you on what to do, you sit again, reflect on it several times, you know, see it. Is it the right thing for me to do? Where I am now, this am I supposed to still be at this level, or I'm supposed to own a company? and employ people. So when you look at that, even in your immediate place of residence, whether in the Western world, you can use that guidance of your father and say, okay, he have said if I can do this, why don't I just open a company here instead of working for someone? So you gather whatever you have worked and whatever the savings is, and look to one investment that can help you out and go up with it. So
That's so
that is
true.
what I see there.
That's so true.
Parental guidance, even at old age, is very, very paramount.
I would like to know Tasha's opinion concerning this, especially coming from the Europeans' perspective. Tasha,
Oh, you got me there.
because
Guidance.
I think this does not have anything to do with being a European or African.
Please,
It, it,
Pedro, please.
it does.
I'll be back in
It
few
does.
minutes because my battery is not
Okay,
charged.
perfect.
It's
Thank you so
running
much.
off.
Okay. All right, thank you so very much. Thanks for your time.
Mm.
Um, it's interesting to hear. It's very very interesting to hear this his perspective, but his perspective is really like the way you guys are brought up,
Yes,
the way you see a father figure, the way you expect your father, as a certain role, or what to do, or what he should say, or how he should say it. Do we need a guidance? Yes, but can this type of guidance come only from your father? I don't think so.
okay.
Right, because like when he focused now basically on, let's say, guidance as an advice of maybe business or whatever. I don't know. Mom can do that too. A brother, a grown-up brother can do that. An uncle can do that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There are figures that whoever likes you or loves you enough, whoever cares about you, can be your guidance in this case. If
Yeah.
you don't have a father figure like I haven't, my mom was there. You know. Um, so to that, do we need a father guidance? Slightly, no. I don't think so. Maybe that has to do with my culture. Maybe it has to do with my upbringings or my story. I don't know. But I
I
don't know.
would.
As
Mhm.
no, no, no. Go on, go on.
No, I would say probably it has to do with your upbringing or your circumstances. And my reason is this: I have I have met some European leaders. I swear that I have read some autobiography and everything, where a lot of leaders, even in Western world, they kind of praises the role of their father in their life in being able to make some decisions and everything. So I don't want a situation whereby our discussion has to be using one brush to paint father as everything to us in life. That is not the goal of our discussion. The important thing that I would like anybody that listens to us to take away from this is that despite the circumstances, no matter what may have happened, there are still some good things that could come up from our relationship with our parents. Which you have rightly said, your mom was a very important figure in your life.
Yes,
But
yes,
for some other people, I also want to go back to what you said earlier on. Despite the fact that your mom played an important role in your life, you also admit that it would have been better if your dad was there.
absolutely. Especially in certain cases, I am not disputing that fact.
Yes.
Absolutely,
So I believe
absolutely.
based, based on that alone, I believe that even being an adult, it could still be very, very helpful. I don't think we only need our father simply because we are young. Because if we actually have someone that can actually that we respect enough, because most of the mistake we make in life, in my opinion, is not being able to listen to someone that we respect enough. There are some people that we really respect them. It's not as if they have anything to even give to us material wise, and we listen to them. So that's the reason why I was shocked when that friend said that he doesn't have any reason to call his dad because there is no monetary gain, with the way he puts it anyway, that was what I read from his saying. He doesn't call his father because there is no monetary gain to it. And I believe as human being, I don't think that's it. I don't even want to attribute that to his origin. I believe it could also be in Europe here as well, that some people could be selfish enough. They are not relating with their father, probably because they don't have any material gain. I may be wrong, but
Oh, regardless of my situation, I find that very sad. Like, I still wish up to today that I would have that, I don't know, a day in a week that I would know that I'm gonna hear from my dad.
good.
Like, I wish for that, you know? Although I know that it's basically almost unfixable, irreparable, I do still want that. And I don't agree with that. Like, I mean, a parent is not just a financial provider. Far away from it. It's much deeper than that, you
Of
know?
course.
Once you are capable of earning your own money, you are your financial provider. Forget
Absolutely.
about occasional help here and there, you know, life gets tough sometimes, fine.
You know,
Um,
I I said earlier on we are very selfish these days. Most of us are very selfish. We don't I don't think we think a lot of things true enough before we say them. Very many of us
does
are
it
selfish.
does it have something to do also with the way, like, the person in this case was brought up with? I mean, the thought, like, you can have everything you want, and now that it's gone, it's like, what else should I do?
Yeah, I
What
think
was
that
it? Was the relationship based on material upbringing?
it could be, or probably, I don't know his story that way.
Right. Okay.
It might be a situation, he might have grown up in a situation whereby the dad was not necessarily at home or not part of the family. You know, at times
Hmm.
when people are divorced, they they start buying their children with material gifts.
Yeah.
There is also that problem in the world as well. So instead of
Hmm.
cultivating a good relationship with their children, they end up spending material things to attract the attention of their children. So imagine
Hmm.
somebody growing up in that circumstances. So all he ever knew was a relationship between him and his father based on material exchange. Probably
Yeah.
the man grew up, the man is old at the moment and not able to provide like he used to do, and they have a
Hmm.
problem. I don't know the details completely, but I believe he might be coming from that circumstances. Because being an adult, I'm talking of someone that is more than 30 years old, posing the with what he posed to me was, I don't do this because I don't have any material gain from it. And it could be as well, there is still polygamy in my country from where I'm coming from. It could be
Hmm.
that he came from a family whereby probably there are a lot of them in the family. Anything could be the reason why he has that kind of a position, although I disagree with him. Anyway, Pastor, it's already 8 o'clock. I don't want to keep you that long, but there is just one question I would like to ask in conclusion, if you don't mind.
Go on.
Good. We